Get the truth right here. I've been seeing a shift in the market over the last couple of weeks. Is it good? Is it bad? What does it mean? Keep watching for information that you'll need to succeed in your home selling or buying journey. If you're thinking about selling or buying a home in Delaware County, Ohio, this video tells you the truth about what's happening in the market and how to use that information to maximize your selling price. And if you're a buyer, there's information to help you get prepared in order to be successful in getting the home you want. And sometimes that information isn't always pretty. Welcome to the Delaware County Real Estate Report, where we take a deep dive into the local housing market. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the market activity in Delaware County, obviously, for the month of October 2023, and we're going to try and make sense of what this data means. I'm Brian Comer with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, the American Realty Center in Worthington, Ohio. And on this channel, we try to teach you everything there is to know about buying or selling a home in Delaware County, Ohio. As I mentioned in some of my previous updates, the housing market is still strong in Delaware County. But is this debatable? You know what they say. You can pretty much make the numbers tell any story you want. For the first time in a long time, we have an available inventory well above 1 month. We're sitting at 1.5 months of homes for sale. On the other side of the coin, we've sold fewer homes in October 23, 229 of them, compared with October of 2022 when 273 homes sold, a 19% decline. But most homes that sold, 43% of them, sold in 10 or fewer days. During this update, I'll compare October 2022 versus October 2023 sales numbers and some year-to-date comparisons as well. What I'm going to talk about as well is the available inventory, the sales velocity or how fast houses sell, and most importantly, the golden nugget. What does all this mean to me? Stay tuned. That's the information you'll want to hear. In October 22, we saw 273 homes sell in Delaware County, while in 23 we saw 229, a 19% overall decline. There were a couple of interesting points about what's selling, as you'd probably guess. The sweet spot for sales for homes is priced between $300,000 and $600,000. There were 141 homes sold, representing 61% of the total. But wait a minute here. Remember what I said before about being able to use numbers to tell any story you want? Let's look at the same month last year with the same grouping of homes. In 2022, there were 166 homes sold, representing 60% of that total. It tells us that people are still buying homes in that price range, just far fewer. In fact, 25 fewer this year compared to last. But hey, you might look at our numbers in Delaware County for this month and say, 141, that's pretty good. But taken into context with a little bit of historical data, you may think otherwise. Information that's provided to you is always presented with an agenda to fulfill. On a larger scale, you may say, wow, 229 homes sold in Delaware County in October 23, that's good. But compare that to October 22, when 273 homes were sold, and you may change your mind. Okay, when we look at the year-to-date numbers, obviously for the first 10 months of 2022, there were 2,919 homes sold. In 2023, the first 10 months saw 2,489 sold. 430 fewer homes, a 17% decline. And as I think about it, what is driving this decline? I put it into 9 distinct factors. The first, available inventory. Although we're at 1.5 months of available inventory, it's still not really enough. In general, buyers are more selective about the homes they choose to purchase. Number 2, interest rates are higher now. A $450,000 home with a 20% down payment will run you about $3,500 at today's interest rates, while that same home at a 3.5% interest rate was about $1,000 less every month. Really? Holy mackerel. Reluctance of homeowners with little or a lot of equity to sell and give up the great interest rates that they have today. Number 4, competition among buyers, buyers dropping out of the market, and buyers not even considering entering the market. Number 5, coming up with money for your down payment, your closing cost, gap coverage should you offer over the list and it doesn't appraise. See my video titled Avoid These Mistakes When Buying Your New Home, where I address one of the points of not having enough money in the bank. There's also a video on this channel related to down payment assistance. Please check that out. Number 6, buyers trying to time the market. I've spoken about this before. While you may be able to try to predict what the market will look like based on history, it's a risky game and it tends to sideline would-be buyers, sellers too for that matter. Number 7, the time of the year. This is the time of the year where would-be sellers are reluctant to put their homes in the market. You know why? Because of all of the holidays soon to be upon us. The 8th factor, car payments. This is crazy. This floored me. According to Experian, the average new car costs $725 a month, and a used vehicle is about $516 per month. And that's not including insurance. And as we know, the more expensive the vehicle, the more you pay for insurance. It used to be that you could afford a home and a car at the same time. Has that time come to an end? And the 9th factor, the you'll own nothing and like it movement. You may have heard about this as well. And as soon as 2030, you'll own nothing and like it. You'll share things like transportation. You won't own a home. You'll rent it. Things like taking care of your home and car are going to be going by the wayside in favor of having someone else do that so that you can spend your time in more fun and recreational ways. I'd love to hear back from any of you out there that could point to additional reasons the market has slowed to such a pace that it has. Comments welcome, call me, whatever you'd like to do. I'd like to hear from you. Okay, now let's look at some prices and numbers of homes that are available for sale as of November 1st. As I stated earlier, the inventory of available homes is about 1.5 months. While it's still tight, it's better than it's been. Let's take a look at what's available in Delaware County as of November 1st. In the $300,000 to $400,000 range, there are 42 homes for sale. In the $400,000 to $500,000 range, there are 73 homes for sale. And in the $500,000 to $600,000 range, there are 71 homes for sale. In the $600,000 to $700,000 range, we have 48 available. And in the $1 million and up price range, yeah, we have those here in Delaware County, there are 33 homes for sale. In total, there are 340 homes available or coming soon as of November 1st. That represents a 1.5 month of inventory of homes for sale. Okay, now let's take a look at how fast houses are selling, or what I call sales velocity. 131 homes sold in 10 or fewer days. That represents 43% of the total number of homes sold. 22 homes sold between 11 and 20 days. 21 homes sold between 21 and 30 days. That represents about 57% of the homes sold. Are you ready to act quickly when you see the home you want to buy? If you're not, you won't get it. Are you kidding me, Comer? Cut it with all the boring numbers. What does this matter to me? Well, let me break it down for sellers and buyers. If you're selling, is your home ready? Have you cleaned, decluttered, and had someone other than your immediate family give you an opinion on its readiness? Also, know the market and what other homes you may compete against. Be prepared to sell quickly, plan on multiple offers in a short time frame, define what you believe is a good offer, and have a strategy to evaluate and choose the best offer, all while juggling your daily life that we all know does not ever take a break. When you're buying, you've heard me say this before, the most important factor is to have a pre-approval letter from your lender. It's pretty much a given that any offer requires pre-approval. Other considerations are having money for your down payment, closing costs, and gap coverage should you offer above the asking price. It's important to know this data, including other factors like how quickly do I really need a home? How much can I afford? What location or neighborhood do I really want to live in? What are the schools like? What's my commute time? And other factors you need to know about to create a winning strategy that's right for you. Something that goes overlooked in both the buying and selling process is don't get overwhelmed. It's easy to do because it's like a flurry of activity in a short amount of time. And quite frankly, most buyers and sellers don't know what to expect. So rely on your realtor to do what they do best. Work with you to filter out the noise and negotiate the best deal for you. Why I can't buy a home according to you. Oh, Brian, but rates are too high. I don't have a down payment money. Homes are too expensive. To which I say, so what? It's not going to get any easier. Let's figure out a way. Here's the reality, as I promised at the beginning. Only you are keeping you from buying a home. Interest rates may not come down. Ask your lender what can be done about it. There's plenty of creative ways to solve the high interest rate problem. Believe me, it's a good talk. Set yourself a savings goal to come up with a down payment and work with a qualified lender to help identify available assistance programs. They're out there. And sorry to tell you, but homes aren't going to be cheaper in this area next year or maybe ever. But if you want to keep paying 100% interest to your rental company, making them rich, that's on you. With all these factors in play, it's still a great time to buy or sell in Delaware County, Ohio. But be prepared to work with your realtor in order to set realistic expectations on the sell and buy side of the equation. In fact, I have a couple videos specifically related to buying a new home, simply called Avoid These Costly Mistakes When Buying a New Home. It's on this channel, and it's well worth a couple minutes of your time. Give it a watch if you would. I've also prepared a video for you sellers too. Check out this catchy title, Thinking of Selling a Home? I know, it's corny, but gets to the point. If you would, give it a watch too, and let me know what you think. If you'd like to access the data that I've used to put the numbers together, you can access it through the More button on the description, and you'll have access to it right then and there. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I'm hopeful that you found it valuable, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Would appreciate that. Share it with any of your friends looking to sell or buy, and most importantly, subscribe so that you can be alerted when additional content is available for you. All you have to do to get into the game is call or text me at 614-593-1972, and I'll put you in. If you're selling or buying, better call Brian. Why not let me be your real estate resource?